जिसके केस में आपको ये लगा है, आपका रिकॉर्ड कहता है कि फर्जी डॉक्यूमेंट है, उसको तो आपने पेनल्टी दे के अलाउ कर दिया। जिसके केस में कोई फाइंडिंग नहीं है फर्जी डॉक्यूमेंट की, उसके लिए आप अभी कोई
नहीं सर, उन्होंने तो एक चीज इसमें
हाँ जी
थोड़ी सी वो हुई है कि जो टीचर डिबार किए गए हैं उनकी कैलकुलेशन से अगर सीट घटेंगी तो जो भी होना था, जो हमारे पार्ट पर जो कमीशन और मिनिस्ट्री के लेवल पर डिपार्टमेंट कर सकता था, वो सारे ऑप्शन एग्जॉस्ट हो गए। अब हम अपनी तरफ से कुछ नहीं कर सकते, आप जैसा डायरेक्शन देंगे वैसा
हम कहेंगे इंस्पेक्शन करिए।
They have taken the instructions as far as Rajiv Gandhi matter is concerned, my lord, that 25 lakhs and all, that they also agree, my lord. But as far as Ved Bani is concerned, my lord, they are unable to give the consent because according to them, it is in the realm of...
thing. How is Vena's case different from Rajiv Gandhi's? Why have you not passed a similar order of penalty and deposit of 25 lakhs?
That is...
Is there any distinction between the two? दोनों में फर्क है कोई?
सर
क्या फर्क है?
फर्क ये है कि एक में रिविजिट की गई है और दूसरे में रिविजिट कंसीडर ही नहीं की गई है, कंडक्ट ही नहीं की गई है, तो ऐसी कंडीशन में पेनल्टी का क्लॉज तो वहाँ
अप्लाई नहीं करेगा। तो रिविजिट करिए फिर।
सर
जिसके केस में आपको ये लगा है, आपका रिकॉर्ड कहता है कि फर्जी डॉक्यूमेंट है, उसको तो आपने पेनल्टी दे के अलाउ कर दिया। जिसके केस में कोई फाइंडिंग नहीं है फर्जी डॉक्यूमेंट की, उसके लिए आप अभी कोई
नहीं सर, उन्होंने तो विजिट ही डिनाई की ना।
इन्होंने विजिट कहाँ डिनाई करी?
विजिट
दिखाइए ईमेल, दिखाइए, शो अस द ईमेल बीना वाली में कि इन्होंने विजिट डिनाई करी, that they prevented you from visiting.
Sir, in any case, the first inspection report is already there.
No, that's all right. But
Lordship would just have a look, my lord. Yesterday it was supplied to us. Just see, my lord. Although they are agreeing, this is the inspection report. The three names are of the three persons visiting. See the report, my lord. This is the second case, my lord, Rajiv Gandhi. This is the situation. And look at the order then, my lord.
This is the Veena Wadley matter. This is the observation which is given, submitted by the observation team.
This is the inspection report which was handed out yesterday to your lordships also, my lord. The team says something. And initial page 10 to 30 are the same staff, my lord, duly identified by the team. Now, this is the report of the three persons, my lord, given to them. And on the face of this, the impugned order comes 6 persons and penalty of 1.5 crores. And please see the initial pages, my lord, between 10 to 20.
so this is which case?
Second case.
Rajiv Gandhi.
This is the situation.
We are no, forget about Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi, are you agreeing to deposit 25%?
What I am respectfully submitting is that penalty is on the face of this report, which is before your lordships.
Then we'll adjudicate it finally. This is sort of a
Then may I request
concession being given in Rajiv Gandhi's case. Deposit 25 lakhs without prejudice, subject to outcome, they will permit.
Yes, okay.
And
subject to outcome, then we'll show
course,
this report when lordship hears
and
that.
they are saying in any case this will be reduced in case they are able to, you're able to prove those 6 people.
I don't have to. This is the report. Hand it over to your lordship.
Mr. Nagar,
Miller.
either we'll adjudicate it on merits,
Yes.
which may entail some time and you losing out this session.
Miller, subject to the outcome of the petition or before them.
They are saying before them because they'll reduce it. If you are able to prove those 6, the penalty will go down. Probably it will come down to 0.
On the face of this report, my lord, if my friend has also seen that.
वो सर जो सर बात कर रहे हैं वो फर्स्ट
इनको कितने जनों का साबित करना पड़ेगा? 6 का? अगर 6 का अप्रूव कर दो,
ठीक है,
ये जो बात हो रही है कि ये फर्स्ट विजिटेशन की बात कर रहे हैं।
नहीं, सेकंड की अप्रैल की रिपोर्ट है।
सेकंड विजिटेशन में जो लोग एब्सेंट थे उसके बाद उनकी हियरिंग हुई है।
तो आप जो ये 1 करोड़ की पेनल्टी है
सर,
ये 6 लोगों के कारण है
सर,
और अगर ये 6 का साबित कर देते हैं तो योर सेटिस्फेक्शन, ये पेनल्टी 0 पे आ जाएगी।
0 पे आ जाएगी।
We'll do that. Yes, we'll do that. We could have produced those 6 persons here also, Milord, but we don't want in a writ petition to go into all that.
We are not
That's what I'm
qualified
saying.
to assess them.
That's why. Otherwise, we would have done that, Milord. They were ready to even present all 6 before this court, Milord. But then,
this is item number 42 नहीं, राजीव गांधी वाला 43. Yes. Write down. Petitioner impugns order dated 11/10/2024
Are you sure? Probably this is the first case order, my lord. Probably
because
आप वीना वादनी में आ गए हैं शायद.
no, I'm on Rajiv Gandhi. See para 6.31 that you've added.
I'm so sorry.
That is added later. Again talks of 11/10/2024. Unless that has been incorporated in this petition by mistake.
11 is the first appellate order.
Appellate order, my lord. The basic order is P12, my lord. Page 110.
Because the paging is incorrect.
Yes, my lord. P12 along with the petition is the basic order, my lord.
The
Understand?
prayer, what we have, what they've done is that page 35 is now double. So prayer starts at 1 and then goes on to 6.30 and 6.31.
Some scanning.
There's a
some
scanning error.
some-
Petitioner impugns order dated 31/8/2021.
Yes, that's the SOP which we have challenged.
Yes, SOP to impose penalty. My lord, our case is twofold. Authority to impose penalty without regulations and penalty on merits. So the order, which is the first order, that is the SOP decision under which the penalty is being imposed by them.
Impugns the standard operating procedure issued by memo dated 31/8/21 and what is 17/8/2022
The impugned order. my lord.
and 17/8/2022 SOPs issued
SOPs.
by memos dated 31/8/21 and 17/8/2022 prescribing imposition of penalty and order dated 13/8/2024 whereby the petitioner college was directed to deposit a penalty amount of rupees 1.5 crores. Petitioner further seeks a direction to respondent number 2 to grant permission to admit students for the academic year 2024-2025 with 50 seats. Petitioner also impugns the appellate order dated 11/10/2024, which was passed during pendency of the subject petition, and permission to impugn the same was permitted by way of an amendment. We are informed that pending these proceedings, the penalty amount has been reduced by the respondents to rupees 1 crore. What is the name of the officer?
Pardon?
Name of the officer. Just give it on a piece of paper.
नाम लिख के दे देना.
So and so who's present on behalf of the
Respond number 2, madam.
National Commission
Respond number 1, ma'am.
for India System of Medicine submits that he has obtained necessary instructions and submits that without prejudice to the rights and contentions of the parties, in case petitioner were to deposit 25% of the penalty amount with an undertaking that the balance amount would be deposited in case petitioner is not able to establish the bona fides of the teaching staff who is alleged to be not bona fide teaching staff. The petitioner college would be permitted to participate in the counseling for the academic year 2024-2025 with 50 seats.
Approved intake. my lord.
With the approved intake. He further states that in case the petitioner college is able to establish the bona fide of the teachers who are of the disputed teachers, or the penalty shall be proportionately reduced depending on the number of teachers who are proved to be bona fide. Learned senior counsel for the petitioner under instruction submits that without prejudice to the rights and contentions, petitioner college shall deposit the sum of rupees 25 lakhs and shall also given undertaking as required by the respondents. They shall also prove the bona fides of the said teachers. In view of the above, this petition is disposed of with the direction that on petitioner depositing the sum of rupees 25 lakhs and furnishing the undertaking as required by the respondents, the petitioner college shall be permitted to participate in the counseling process for the academic year 2024-25 with the approved intake. It is further directed that payment of said amount would be without prejudice to the rights and contentions of the parties and subject to petitioners proving the bona fides of the disputed teachers. It is clarified that petitioner shall have to deposit the amount on or before so that they can, what is the last date by which they can deposit
My lord,
so that they can
we'll
participate?
do it today, my lord, because the counseling third round starts tomorrow. So we'll deposit by tomorrow. We have to, otherwise we'll lose out on the counseling, my lord.
Learned senior counsel for the petitioner and instruction submits that the amount shall be deposited
By tomorrow.
and undertaking furnished by the end of working hours on 18/10/2026, so that to enable them to participate in the counseling, which is to commence on the third round of counseling and the mop-up rounds thereafter, which are to commence from 18/10/2024. The petition is accordingly disposed of in the above terms.
Challenge to the SOP open, my lord, because I don't want the
It
situation
is clarified that this court has neither considered nor commented upon the
authority of
the
challenge to us.
challenge raised to the SOPs dated 17/8/2022 and 31/8/21. There are three, in fact, and 17/8/2022. The question of law is left open.
I'm for respond number 1 and 2. I'm for respond
Just
number
give
1
your
and 2.
presence.
My lord, this is with regard to the Indian Nursing Council. The compliance part is with the state authority respondent 4, my lord. On deposit, they have to include me in counseling, otherwise, my lord.
The
Respondent 4 is the
Who's
directorate,
on-
Ayush, my lord, who will do the counseling, my lord. On
who's the-
deposit,
on deposit and furnishing of undertaking by so and so. The with respondents 1 and 2. The respondent 1 and 2 shall immediately intimate respondent number 4, i.e. Directorate of Ayush, for inclusion of the name of petitioner in the counseling and other mop-up rounds.
Please, Your Lordship.
Now, what about the other?
Please, Your Lordship, before we move on, I'm appearing for the university, which is respondent number 3. My presence may also.
Yeah,
be
give your
required.
presence. You give your.
I did yesterday, it wasn't, that is why I'm
भाई
mentioning.
इनका नाम लिखो order.
सर
Order sheet में आना चाहिए.
सर एक चीज इसमें
हाँ जी.
थोड़ी सी वो हुई है कि जो टीचर डिबार किए गए हैं उनकी कैलकुलेशन से अगर सीट घटेंगी तो वो डिडक्शन हो जाएगी एज पर सीट
तो तभी हमने सीट का नंबर नहीं लिखा, अप्रूव्ड इनटेक लिखा.
ओके सर.
अब दूसरे कॉलेज का क्या करते?
वेदवाणी
विद्यावान सर इसका वीणावादनी वाले का सर इन्होंने जो भी हमारे पास जो भी प्रोसीडिंग्स थी तीनों
नहीं, अगर देखिए या तो आप इंस्पेक्शन करिए. अल्टीमेट डायरेक्शन इसमें अप्रूवल की नहीं होती, इंस्पेक्शन की होती है.
सर इसमें
इन
तो
केसेस में कभी हम अप्रूवल दे नहीं सकते. अप्रूवल आपका डोमेन है.
सर
So we can only direct inspection. We can direct fresh inspection. Carry out fresh inspection. Come back if you want to impose penalty, subject to them depositing or whatever is the condition.
It's up to you, Lord, because there is nothing.
Come forward. You see, ultimately, what will be the direction issued in these proceedings?
And your Lordship,
It
may
can't
deem
be.
it proper.
Please understand this.
Sir.
There is a infrastructure available in the form of a building, equipment, and seats available. We can either say approved, which would be beyond the domain of the court because court is not an expert. You are the approving authority. So the only order can be, please inspect again and pass an appropriate order. If you can do that so that they can get included in this year, well and good. If you can't do it, you can't. If both of you are not agreeable,
Sir, the last for academic year, they also got the permission through the court, sir. Not by because he had not followed the MSR.
did you? Even if they got it through court, you see, permission is one issue. Approval is within your domain. The court can never direct approval if there is an infraction of a rule. And secondly, Supreme Court has categorically said, your expert body, your opinion is sacrosanct. Here,
That's
question
correct,
is
Lord.
inspection. You have not been able to inspect. Please inspect. If March they did not, you could have gone in April, May to inspect.
If you allow us, then there is no issues because the second appeal is also rejected by the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, my lord.
That's
No,
okay,
it's
because
not-
inspection has not happened. Ultimately, what will happen? This college won't be shut down permanently.
Permanently नहीं sir, for this year only.
For this
तो
year only.
inspection तो करेंगे ना. अगर इस साल की लास्ट डेट 20 नवंबर है, उससे पहले इंस्पेक्शन होके अप्रूवल हो सकती है तो इंक्लूड हो जाएंगे. अगर उसके बाद भी आपको डाउट होता है नहीं अप्रूव करना, तो फिर अगले सेशन में सब कुछ रिमूव करके फिर आएंगे.
The ball is in their court now.
Ultimately, you have to consider.
The ball is not our court.
No, we want to throw the ball in your court. It is not in your court. We are going to throw it in your court.
Nobody wants to use that ball.
You see, we can't approve them. We can't assess whether those teachers are genuine, not genuine. Inspection has not happened as per your report.
Sir.
Inspection has to take place before
Sir.
any approval can be granted.
सर अब एज पर एक्ट तो जो भी होना था, जो हमारे पार्ट पर जो कमीशन और मिनिस्ट्री के लेवल पर डिपार्टमेंट कर सकता था, वो सारे ऑप्शन एग्जॉस्ट हो गए. अब हम अपनी तरफ से कुछ नहीं कर सकते. आप जैसा डायरेक्शन देंगे वैसा.
हम कहेंगे इंस्पेक्शन करिए. हम ये तो नहीं कह सकते अप्रूवल दीजिए. इंस्पेक्शन करके रिपोर्ट लाइए हमारे पास. We will direct you to carry out an inspection, submit a report. Show us that it says only a surprise inspection can be carried out. Show us what do the rules say. Only a surprise inspection you will not inspect.
No,
Rules are inspection कहता है कि surprise inspection कहता है.
inspection at any time. This is mentioned in the.
So anytime.
Yes, sir.
Purpose is satisfaction that rules are being complied with. You have to inspect. Which is the matter which is pending before the Supreme Court, because Supreme Court referred to some 22, 23 matters.
Last year, they reduced our seats.
That was this college only.
Yes.
Last year, they reduced our seats and imposed a penalty. Now, the SOP of penalty was challenged in multiple high courts. Punjab and Haryana, my lord, passed an interim order, my lord, staying that and granting permission to conduct counseling. That order was confirmed by the Supreme Court. This court followed Punjab and Haryana, citing Punjab and Haryana, which was affirmed, although it was an interim order allowing counseling. But this case met with the fate with that order, my lord, that it should not have been, could not have been. And it was based on Punjab and Haryana interim order, which was affirmed by the Supreme Court itself. My lord, I am not committing on that, but then this is what it was. So that SLP arising out of that interim order following Punjab affirmed by Supreme Court is pending in the Supreme Court. And the challenge to the penalty imposed in the last year is also pending in the writ petition. So independently, my lord, both cases have no correlation on merits with each other, my lord. And the orders have no bearing because they don't even refer to the previous or they have no bearing. Yes, my lord, our petition against interim order of which they went to Supreme Court, SLP is also pending. And interim matter in which it was passed, that writ petition is also pending.
You see, what we'll direct is that you carry out an inspection, pass an appropriate order, and come before us on 4th. If you are able to pass an order of penalty, up to you. If you don't wish to pass it, still want to reject it, up to you. We're not saying anything on that.
But with 4th, the session goes, my lord.
And nothing we can do. We can't permit without an inspection.
But then lordship can certainly direct them to do it in a week's time, my lord.
Yes, so
At least
week is, reopening is what?
No,
4th.
inspection within week's time and an order within 2-3 days thereafter, so that
So what is the next returnable date? After a week,
not hearing, my lord, on their part, I am respectfully submitting.
what is the next returnable date we can give?
Yes, that is the opening.
So we are saying 4th November before us.
Yes.
In the meantime, they'll carry out an inspection.
And pass an order within
appropriate
specified period of time. Yes.
Pass an appropriate order.
Yes.
In case they pass an order of penalty, like in the Rajiv Gandhi's case,
It'll follow
and
the
you
same
wish to
course.
abide by it, up to you.
Yes.
If
If they
they-
allow, then the matter ends.
If they don't, then we'll consider it on 4th.
Very well, my lord, very well.
Take down. Petitioners.
And that coordinate, I'm sorry, my lord, coordinate bench order is also on the same lines, my lord, which I have filed with it on record, on the same ground. Final order in some other case, my lord.
So that's a final order.
Yes, but they have passed, eventually the final order is also on the same lines. It's quashed and directed to re-inspect, my lord. Just for reference.
Ultimately, you see, this we are doing only to see if you still have that window of
Window of-
16 days of, by 20th.
Yes,
If they consider you fit, they consider you fit. If they don't, then
My lord.
battle pit. Petitioner impugns quash order dated 11/6/2024, whereby permission to admit students for 60 seats for the academic year 2024-2025 has been denied. As per the petitioner, a surprise inspection was carried out on 5th February 24 and 6th February 2024, wherein the petitioner was found to be compliant, particularly in respect of the teaching and non-teaching staff requirement. Full stop. As per the respondents, another surprise inspection was proposed on 18th and 19th March 2024. However, when the team reached the premises, they were prevented from carrying out any inspection, and the persons present, inter alia the principal, did not cooperate with the inspection team. And when he was asked to contact the secretary, online किसको connect किया था?
Online, sir, this is a hybrid board inspection. 2 persons are physically present in the college and one is online in NCISM headquarters.
When the principal was asked to connect with the observer online,
Yes, sir.
he initially connected, but thereafter disconnected the link. As such, the inspection was not permitted by the petitioner college. This is disputed by learned senior counsel for the petitioner, who submits that on account of demise of a family member of one of the teaching staff, the teaching work in the college was suspended. However, all medical facilities were operational. He however, fairly concedes that an inspection was not carried out on 18th and 19th March 2024.
but they were not prevented. No, that word would
No,
cause
no,
the
you-
It's disputed. He, however, submits that the team was not prevented from inspecting the premises, inspecting the college. Without getting into the said controversy and without prejudice to the rights and contention of the parties, learned senior counsel for the petitioner further submits that in several cases, even where infraction has been found, the commission has permitted the colleges to participate in the counseling and take students and permitted admission and participation in the counseling, subject to payment of certain penalty amount and further verification. He submits that said power has not been exercised in the case of the petitioner college. Full stop. He, however, submits that the challenge to that this is without prejudice to the challenge to the power of the commission to impose a penalty. पर without get उसके बाद इनकी statement लिखते ना respondent की जो है, without getting into the said controversy, since admittedly the college was not inspected the second time, we direct the commission, the National Commission for India's System of Medicine, to carry out an inspection of the subject college and thereafter take an appropriate decision based on the said inspection. Stop. In case a decision is taken by the respondent to permit intake subject to imposition of penalty, it would penalty and further verification, it would be open to the petitioner to accept the same without prejudice to the rights and contentions of the parties. It is clarified that this order shall be without prejudice to the rights and contentions of the parties, and no special equity shall flow in favor of the petitioner based on this order. List the matter for further directions on 4th November.
Let the inspection be carried out in a week's time and thereafter
The-
order be passed in 3
The
days.
inspection and appropriate order be passed before the next date of hearing.
But some timelines, otherwise they will not.
So we've said before the next date of hearing. We don't want to specify 1 week, they may come on the 8th day, they may come tomorrow. That surprise element they will have to maintain.
Let them have that surprise.
4th November.
I'll leave it.
Next.